Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. We've already got some confirmed updates inbound for Battlefield 6 this week, as confirmed via the community post last week in regards to various different things going on with the server browser and portal for all the bot farms. We have, assignment challenges being updated. A lot of that to come here in the next few days, presumably, but there's also quite a few other updates that the Battlefield 6 devs have confirmed are either coming or things that they're looking into and potentially adjusting down the road. So we've got a ton to break down here today, starting first with a ton of known issues that Battlefield Bulletin has gone through and actually culminated and combined into a few Twitter posts here to detail all the things that are currently bugged or glitched in game or not functioning as intended that the devs are aware of that we should get fixes for here pretty soon, which is, in my opinion, all very good news. So diving right in here, a couple of portal updates that are inbound. It would seem unable to host an experience if the server description contains any special characters. So if you're messing around at that stuff, just be aware of that. On PlayStation 5, the title may crash if a party leader starts a portal server while certain content packs are actually disabled, and sometimes players are unable to scroll to the bottom row in the My Experiences tab. So a couple of quality of life updates coming there. On PC specifically, some players are seeing memory leak issues where they get huge performance drop because of the VRAM memory leak. So they are aware of that, and hopefully that one gets fixed here ASAP. I've ran into that one a few times as of late. Then shader stutter may occur in the intro video on the PC splash screen. They'll be going through and fixing that as well. With general player updates here, DICE is aware of a bug where players are experiencing a speed cutoff when running with a knife and then jumping. They've already fixed on their side, so this fix is coming in a future update here. They just gotta wait for the server side update to go out, basically. And then with maps and modes, Conquest and Breakthrough, there are issues on certain maps with vehicles not spawning in correctly, but we actually have an update for this to come a bit later on into the video. With UI and HUD, Battlefield is aware of the tag of official rules not being super easy to find, and so they're going to improve the visibility there. In settings, there's quite a few things they're looking into, and of course the settings at times feel like they require a PhD to go through and find everything. They're aware that smooth motion being set in the NVIDIA app on basically causes the client to either get stuck on a black screen or crash after launching. Individuals may find that their Phantom Edition shows as Standard Edition on Steam. Deselecting all the DLCs within the Steam window, then restarting Steam and selecting them again fixes that, but there will be a permanent fix inbound. Then also some players from certain regions have asked Battlefield to add a setting that lets them matchmake with players from other regions because of the lack of human players, and that is something they are looking into and considering there, which is really good news. I've seen a lot of complaints of players going, oh, I can only play against bots if I play at this time of night or whatever the case is, which can be pretty frustrating for sure. A lot of progression updates are also being looked into, and this is where a lot of really good news stems from, in my opinion. Player stats incorrectly count from custom portal game modes. They are going to update that, which is great. But then there's also a lot of updates with challenges here. So, for instance, resupply teammates with a supply pouch is not tracking progress for some players. I have gone through and completed that one. I didn't have any issues myself, but I've seen a lot of comments saying that that one was bugged for people. The progress bar for repair vehicles doesn't update when repairs are made. The use vehicle supply crate challenge doesn't progress even after completing the action at times. The weapon expert unit challenge is not tracking correctly. Says you need to get a kill with each type of weapon in a match, but the actual requirement is to get 15 long shot kills in a single match, so they're looking into that as well. With assignments, helicopters are incorrectly counted as ground vehicles in the land vehicle expert assignment. Helicopters are not counted properly in the vehicle challenge 1. The profile stats page is going to receive improvements in future updates, so there'll be more there. And the PSR's sniper rifle unlock criteria is specifically being reviewed with all those long-range headshots, so that one might become easier here in the future. Then lastly here for this original post with video updates and accessibility, photosensitivity concerns may occur when rapidly switching from third person to first person, so they're aware of that and they're looking into that. That's not all for a lot of the known issues that the devs are looking into here. I would like to see maybe like an official community Trello board here as well, which would be great to have. Obviously Call of Duty does that. It's a pretty nice way to track what's going on and what things are confirmed to be fixed already. We're just waiting on a server side update, or if there are more fixes that they're currently investigating. Anyways, obviously, as we see updates drop, which they're doing pretty consistently on a week-to-week basis so far, as anything new is announced, you guys know I'll have you covered with all the need-to-know details right here. So if you want to stay up to date with everything going on in Battlefield, be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications. Right around 56% of you guys watching the videos right now are not currently subscribed, so if that's you, I'd love to have you join us on the road to 1 million. And of course, if you enjoy this video, a like rating is always always seriously appreciated as well. Much love to everyone who takes the time to do so. Next up, for more known issues the devs are working on updating. Players can sometimes get bounced off when jumping or climbing up a ladder. I have this one happen to me constantly. It's kind of annoying there, so good to see that they're aware of that. Console players can sometimes not adjust the acceleration settings. Class active abilities are not always working. The supply bag gets bugged when players deploy on it on certain geometry areas on maps. If there's weird rocks or something sticking out weird, there could be issues with that. There's a bug which makes the reticles fly off the screen when going from sprint to crouch. If you change your weapon loadout while playing, the cursor moves outside of the map in the deploy screen. Below, radar is not working on the mini map when enemy vehicles are at a very close range. There is a potential visual bug which causes the edges of the screen to darken randomly. I had this happen the other day and I had no clue what was going on there. Super weird one. There is an error message where there are no servers found. You need to purchase the game in the portal browser. That is not a thing. You don't have to purchase the game. Obviously, if you're looking there, you've purchased it, so they are looking into that. There's certain unlock markers that are bugged, and then players cannot equip a new attachment in the same match. You have to go back to the main menu to change your loadout, so then that way it'll actually save. So there are some loadout bugs there going on as well. But overall, quite a few things that the devs are confirmed investigating and looking into, and several of these confirmed updates are just waiting to be pushed out. We also have another big update from Battlefield comms here, and some stuff going on with the EA app outage compensation back from launch. Yes, this is still going on. They've had a couple of rounds saying that they've sent out waves of XP tokens. You're supposed to get a handful of 1 hour long career booster for XP, then also hardware booster for XP. And while some players have gotten them, like mine worked fine on my account, a lot of people still have not gotten their compensation for having the outage on day one via the EA app. But Battlefield did post late last week saying there's a new update out for this. We're aware that some players impacted by the EA app outage during the launch did not initially receive their in-game rewards. This issue was caused by an error in the rollout process. We've completed a review of the timing and activity in this window and distributed items to players who were initially missed. No further action is needed to receive these rewards. We appreciate everyone's patience and understanding as we resolve this issue. That said, I have seen quite a few replies to this wave of boosters getting pushed out, of people still saying they haven't fully received all of them. So I have a feeling we're going to have some more updates on this potentially in a few days' time. We've also got some more specifics detailed on some of the movement updates that are inbound. We just talked about this one a few days back, where Florian, one of the devs here on Battlefield 6, was talking about how they do have some movement updates planned here based on some feedback, and he was responding to saying, please reconsider this. The movement is perfect as is. We don't need to see some crazy COD movement system introduced or heavy nerfs or buffs in certain areas. And Florian does confirm and sort of, I guess, calm the worry here a little bit. We're not going to change movement speed, and the adjustments we are going to be doing are going to be small but enough to improve some rough case scenarios, some of them that are mostly just animation related more than actual core movement physics. So for those of you worried that the upcoming movement updates are going to be very drastic and completely change potentially the flow of movements and how everything works there, doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. It's just going to be more so cleaning up rough animations or kind of a clunkiness there. And then this update seemingly kind of shadow dropped over the course of the weekend, as we had just alluded to in some of those known issues covered here. Battlefield Bulletin later on reported that there was actually an update to vehicles not spawning on certain maps, where they would sometimes spawn not at all on certain sides or spawn in incorrect places and whatnot. So Siege of Cairo, Iberian Offensive, Manhattan Bridge, Firestorm, New Sobek City, and Myrick Valley all saw some updates to vehicles spawning correctly now. So that issue has already been resolved, it seems like, so really good news there. But that being said, as of right now, those are a handful of the things that the devs are currently looking into. A few confirmed updates in certain cases, and quite a few things under investigation that will be updated here at some point in the relatively near future. So expect quite a few new posts from Battlefield, I'd assume, in the next few days and weeks about new updates dropping. Obviously, with season 1 now right around the corner, we should have a very large amount of patch notes coming with that update, and a lot of stability fixes, quality of life, things of that nature. So as we see any new announcements, as I mentioned earlier, as the devs communicate about anything here, or we see new updates actually go out, I'll be covering all of that to keep you guys up to date. So feel free to hit that subscribe button to stay in the know, and if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button on your way out as well. Much love to everyone who does take the time to do so. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.